afternoon and salam Ibu Pertiwiku. US President Donald Trump said on Thursday he would impose an additional 10% tariff on $300 billion worth of Chinese imports starting September 1st, as talks aimed at easing tensions between the world's two largest economies continue. In a string of tweets, Trump faulted China for not following through on promises to buy more American agricultural products and personally criticized Chinese President Xi Jinping for failing to do more to stem sales of the synthetic opioid fentanyl. U.S. stock prices fell after Trump's announcement, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average falling into negative territory. U.S. and Chinese negotiators ended 2 days of talks in Shanghai on Wednesday with little sign of progress, although both countries described the negotiations as constructive. Another round of meetings between the negotiators has been scheduled for September. The United States and China have been locked in a trade war marked by tit-for-tat tariffs since last year. The tensions have disrupted global economy chains and roiled financial markets. On a related note, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi has criticized President Donald Trump's proposed tariff hike. Wang said imposing tariffs is definitely not the right way to resolve trade frictions. He said this to reporters in Bangkok, where he was attending a meeting of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. He spoke after President Donald Trump said he will impose 10% tariffs on September 1st on the remaining $200 billion in Chinese imports he hasn't already taxed. The president has already imposed 25% tariffs on $250 billion in Chinese products, and Beijing has retaliated by taxing $110 billion in U.S. goods. A landmark arms control treaty that President Ronald Reagan and Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev signed 3 decades ago is dead, prompting fears of a new global arms race. The United States and Russia both walk away from the Intermediate-Range Nuclear Forces Treaty on Friday. If they choose not to extend or replace the larger New START treaty when it expires in early 2021, there will be no legally binding limits on the world's 2 largest nuclear arsenals for the first time in nearly half a century. The U.S. blames Russia for the demise of the treaty, saying that for years Moscow has been developing and fielding weapons that violate the treaty and threaten the U.S. and its allies, particularly in Europe. Arms control advocates express worry about the future. Well, that's all the updates for now. I'm Razi Ahmad. Thank you for watching.